Hello, I'm Bruce Mullins, and most of you know me as Butch Mullins, and I'm running for mayor of the city of McComb. And the reason that I'm running for mayor is because I want to be a part of making our city a place that we can all be proud of. And because there are so many things that concern me as well as those that concern you. But before we get into those things, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Growing up in the utopian homes, this close-knit community gave me a sense of belonging. We shared a lot of things here in this complex here, and because I grew up here, it gave me a grounded sense of the values of hard work, of service to our community. And because of that, it has helped shape the person that I have become today. And that is why I want to give back to our community here so other people, other children can have the same advantages that I've had growing up here. When I left the utopian homes, I went on to Mississippi Valley State University, where I graduated with a BS degree in business administration, which is something else that has provided me with the skills that I believe that will help me in running the city of McComb. And after I left Mississippi Valley, of course, I moved to New Orleans, where I taught school for 2 years. And then from there, I went to work for Amtrak as an administrator, and I was there for 36 years before I retired. So I have more than the qualifications that are needed to run this city. Let's talk about the city finances. Our city finances are a train wreck. We are behind on our audits by at least 3 years, and probably 5 before that. We're getting our audits up to date, but the primary reason that we've been behind on our audits, and let me stress this, the primary reason that we have been behind on our audits is because of poor leadership. That is the only reason, poor leadership. And I can't say that enough. And because we're behind on our audits, it causes us to have to pay higher interest rates in order to borrow money. And it has prevented us from applying for grants from state, federal, and other sources that could have amounted to millions of dollars. When I become mayor, that is the first priority, is to make sure that we're up to date with our audits so that we can apply for these additional funds. And with these additional funds, we can handle our infrastructure better. We would be able to provide raises to the employees. But as it stands now, the current administration has been a dismal failure when it comes to finances. And I'm sorry to say, it hasn't been good for the city of McComb. I know that some of you are concerned about crime in the city of McComb. So am I, which is why we have invested in increased police pay and provided them with additional equipment, which includes cameras and the ShotSpotter program. But that is not enough. When I become mayor, what we will do is to have an efficiency review of the police department from the top down, so we can determine if there are any internal problems that need to be addressed, as well as the external problems. In addition to whatever we decide to do with the police department, we are going to need the trust of the public. We will need your cooperation to make our city a safe city. I know that some of you are concerned about the cost of our utility bills, which some of you refer to it as the water bill. But for the sake of this discussion, we're going to call it the utility bill. There are a number of things that we can do to decrease the cost of the utility bills. And I'm standing in front of the wastewater treatment plant. That is one of the ways that we can do it. We pay Infomark nearly $1 million a year to operate this plant, which includes maintenance. Now, we can operate this plant for probably less than half of what we're paying someone else. That money can be redirected to the utility bills and give our customers a decrease. In addition to that, we have water deposits. Our water deposits have been placed in the general fund, which should be moved to an interest-bearing account. That interest can also be used to reduce the cost of utility bills. And in addition, we have to make sure that every household and every business that is responsible for a water bill are actually paying their fair share. And if we do those things, we can reduce the cost of your utility bill. Again, I'm running for mayor because I love this city, and I'm sure that you love it as well. And I just want to say, after having said all of the things that we've talked about, for the last 8 years, the current government has been a dismal failure. I hate to say it like that, but it is true. We can do better. We must do better if we are going to have a city that we can all love moving forward. I'm asking you to trust me by going to the polls on May the 5th and voting for me, Bruce Mullins, the next mayor of the city of McComb. And not only are you voting for me, you are voting for you. Again, I am Bruce Mullins, Butch Mullins, as you may know me, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and have a blessed day.